Who is it? Vinny!
Hey, dude, are you there?
Hey, what's up,
I'm
my
here,
brother?
man.
How are you,
Dude,
man?
I don't have a scary story, man. I was like, I'm gonna have pretty much a heart attack. I'm like having a heart attack, but I can't scream or anything. Basically, laying on the floor, panicking.
Oh!
No, you weren't. You built the place. I haven't seen the Hopi in thousands of years. Don't make fun of my people. Period.
Sorry,
I'll come
Brandon.
after your ass and cut you up into little bitty bits.
Facebook page down because people said Richie from Boston's gay. He's gay. I'm gay. I'm a gay man.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, you can prosecute me for that if you'd like.
No, it's not why I'm doing that. I'm just saying there's a lot of...
That is what you did. Bigelow started buying websites, including one in British Columbia, Canada. So all of a sudden, this kind of triggered Brian Vike.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We've got a special report for you. We've got a few UFO videos that we want to share with you.
Welcome back, everybody. Blake Cousins, along with Orlando Smith and Brent Cousins, we're going to be going over incredible imagery.
Third phase of moon. Third phase of moon.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream rise to the top. Oh yeah.
All right. Welcome to Groove On, everybody. It is Thursday, September 30th, the last day of September 2021. How the heck are you? Well, you're here. That's a start, right? Tomorrow's the last day of the work week for my 9 to 5ers, 8 to 4ers, 7 to 3s, and 6 to 2ers. Anybody working during the sunlight hours, tomorrow is the greatest day of the week. Actually, at 5 o'clock, it becomes the greatest part of the weekend because weekends were made for Michelob. What? Oh, wrong piece? Oh, what did I do there? That was an accident. Well, you're here at Goof On, my Goofonians, and I'm glad because tonight we have a really interesting show to talk about. One where alien implants are everywhere, to where Demi Lovato is savoir-faire. And you know about savoir-faire. He's everywhere. So are we. And I'm glad you chose this platform because that's what we do here at Goof On. We learn not to burn, not to yearn, and not to be a bump on a log. We like to have fun over here. Not only that, we like to be serious. Oh, you jest. How dare you? Did you see that little 18-year-old brat now? Oh my God, I want to punch a baby. I can't stand her. She is just all poison. Poison to reality. Greta. Turd burglar. Whatever her name is. Hey, William Bridges with a $10 Ma! Get the balls and gravy ready. By the way, I don't like to correct people. That's not what I do. Believe me, that's what I do. We don't... No gravy. Gravy? What are we eating? Steaks? Huh? What are we eating? What? It's sauce. Ain't no gravy. Anyway, just a little correction. I took that one a little too personal. Thank you, Mr. Bridges, for your continuing support. A little joke never hurt anyone. So don't take that one too personally, because that's the wrong terminology. But you know what I'm going to do for you, because I'm a dick? It goes all over the skyrockets. You throw your money up in the air and it falls down into Goofonville. Thank you very much. That all goes towards the road trip that we're definitely implementing here late October, mid-November. Not too sure. But I'm excited about Halloween coming up. A couple reasons, actually. I know it's going to be getting cooler. Even in Florida, it's already cooler. The nights are in the 60s. But it's not a chilly 60 like in Arizona. I would have to put a jacket on. Over here, it's a sticky 60. I don't really like it. It's not what I'm used to. Hey, believe me, I'm not going to retire my days out in Florida. Promise you that. So it'll probably be Colorado, someplace, maybe Utah, where there's snow half the year, because I gotta have my snow. Thanks, Mr. Bridges. Mucho gusto generoso. Way to start off. You can help support GoFund. That's how we survive to do this every day, is through your support, believe it or not. So if you can help out GoFund, it gets us the things we need to do, keeps the show going almost every day. And that's through Super Chat, PayPal, Cash App, and you can become a patron. We did hit 6,000 subscribers again today. I told you it was going to go backwards. It went backwards. And then a couple hours ago, it went over 6,000. Yeah, it went back down to 59.96. I'm telling you, YouTube's not, they're not happy about this. They're thrilled. They can't believe it. They love that we're at 6,000. All the recognition they're giving GoFund, all the recommendations, and you're getting all your notices. Okay? So, what do you want from me? All I do is show up, tell you what's going on in this world of ufology, and then go from there. Right before the show, an hour, almost to the dime, half the power goes out in my place. And this has been a thing now for the last couple of months. And sometimes out of the corner of my eye, I see these flashes. I never see them straight on, but I've seen the area light up so much that I grabbed my phone after it happened, started taking pictures. There was nothing. Nothing. But it's very strange what's going on, and I think I need to get an electrician out here. I think, even though we did have the inspector come to check everything out, it wasn't an electrician. Here's the inspector. Everything looks good. It looks great. Did you check the roof? Yeah, looks good. It's there. Sign here. And that's what it felt like. So, I don't know. I don't know if I have little rats gnawing on the wires. It's not that. I accidentally turned off the water heater for a whole day. I didn't know what this... There's a light switch in the guest bathroom. And it's got a red flipper. It's red. Never seen one. I turned it off. Nothing. Turned it back on. Nothing. I don't hear any noise. Off again. Nothing. Turn it on. Nothing. And then I went to do some dishes, and the water got hot for a moment, like 5 minutes, and then it started getting cooler. I'm like, oh, that never happened before. I guess I need a new water heater or element. But it's a new water heater, so it's not even 5 years old. New. It's new. It's new to me if I don't have to pay for it. So today when the lights went out, I go, oh my God, what if it's my fault with the red switch? But wouldn't have I turned everything off? No. So no. So I turn it on, and because half the power's off and the air conditioning's not on, thank God it doesn't affect that. It was quiet. And I hear this, and then I hear, I turn it off. Nothing. Turn it back on. I wait about 15 minutes to go turn on the water because it wasn't that hot today, and it got hot. And I realized, oh my God, that's the switch to the water heater? Who does that? Who puts a switch for their water heater? Who? It's very strange. And I don't know. Don't know why anybody would do that. But it looks like it came with the house. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. But it's in the guest bathroom, and there's no sign or nothing that says, this goes to China. Because that's what I was thinking. If I turn on that light switch or turn it off, do I turn off someone's lights in China? Am I messing with somebody's lights in China? It could have been what time you. Could have been their house. What time yous. I got 1:15 for roll call. Let's go. Denbub, welcome to the show. Tuggy Waffles, welcome to the show. Chuck Babam, welcome to the show. Mystic Q, good to see you. Welcome to the show. Ian Burwell, I'm pretty good. You? Welcome to the show. B Baker's Dozen, welcome to the show. Complaisir, not Zert, welcome to the show. Ghost 8, not 9. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Dre and Glow, that is the tempo. Welcome to the show. The beautiful Felicia Flores, welcome to the show. Dr. Z, not Zoo Smith, welcome to the show. Lisa Marie, not Presley, welcome to the show. Dorothy Hawkins, welcome to the show. Claudia with a chance of UAPs, huh? Oh, UFOs, welcome to the show. See how I'm trying to change them all tonight. Uma Goings? Uma Cummings, welcome to the show. That was too easy. Did I say it? If I didn't, I'll say it again. William Bridges, welcome to the show. Kill Ball, welcome to the show. Not Kill Bill. Randall Mountain instead of Randall Hill, welcome to the show. Who else we got? Lee Guy, welcome to the show. See what I did there? Zach Diecast Montu. No reason to change yours. And that's a welcome to the show in 1:15. Bob M. What up, stragglers? Giraffe, welcome, welcome. That's it. We got everybody. Sky Allen, welcome to the show. All right. That's it. No more hellos. No more roll call. Which is a good thing. Oh, and we're also going to talk about, what did I already say? Alien implants. Like, who's doing these implants? Anybody? Anybody taking out alien implants? We talked about it before. Yes, I know. But now I want to talk about it again. It was a while ago when I talked about it. But I really want to talk about the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I was just watching it, just because I wanted to get caught up on stuff, because if I'm going to talk about it, I got to know. But, Demi Lovato, Unidentified. Just forget it. I can't talk about it. I just can't. She's so beautiful and so brave. Just the way she, talks about UFOs and her abduction experience. Her show is called Unidentified. Something. Unidentified with Demi Lovato. I forgot. That's what it is. Real original. We'll talk about that show. Actually, let's just talk about it. while it's fresh on my mind so I can get it over with. So, I don't know, what was it? November of last year, almost a year ago, I went to a CE5 event that Dr. Greer was having in North Scottsdale, Arizona. Myself, Doc Skinner of 1028 Productions, went down there to interview him. Now, this was during, a fresher time with what's been going on in the world. So there was a lot of restrictions, you got to wear a mask, da-ba-da-da-da, you got to keep your 20 feet, whatever it was. And then I heard somebody say, Demi Lovato's going to be there, huh? Demi Lovato's going to be there. She is. She was. But with COVID protocols in play, she couldn't get there. Isn't that great? I had a chance to meet the great UFO researcher and experiencer Demi Lovato. That's just the luck. All I got to meet was Greer. Great. Which was cool. It is. It is. He's like 6'9". I didn't realize how tall he was. Nah, 6'3" or something. Something like that. But she didn't make it. And wouldn't you, me and Doc, Doc was in tears because he loves Demi. I didn't know she was in it. When I found out she was into UFOs in the CE5 but couldn't make it, I broke down in tears too. It was in a whole event. Thank God that wasn't recorded. But thank God she has this TV show because now I get to see another side of her. I'm sorry. It's just that her show is so original in every way. It reaches the woke community, the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ people. It reaches out to everybody, that show. That's what they're doing with this. All right, I'm going to be honest with you. It was not good. It was just below average. I don't mind that Demi Lovato wants to put her face out there and maybe suck in the younger community. But she had these guys that she met. I think they're called the UFO guys. Something like that. God, I can't remember. It's weird. I wonder why. Let me pull it up. I can find it real quick here. But anyway, her sister and her best friend are now going on tour, should they say, and meeting with people who have experiences. And Demi Lovato talks about her experience seeing a UFO that was 20 feet away from her, took pictures of it. And every time she said she'd try to get closer to the blue orb, it went away, kept backing up. I said, wait a minute. That light was there for that long and there's no video? No video. I'm just going to take pictures. Screw video. Video's too revealing. I'm going to just take pictures. And she did. And they were a little blurry too. I was so proud of her. Yeah, nobody ever gets them in perfect frame. It's impossible. But hers was just blurry enough. You had to say, all right, she gave it the ufology effort. She did. Anyway, I didn't like it. That blue orb thing, and then she said she's seeing UFOs, and not only that, in this episode of Unidentified with Demi Lovato, episode 1, season 1, she gets regression hypnotherapy. Hold on. You know what? I got to go grab something. I left my notes in the other room. All right? And why don't you go on a little trip for a second, would you? I don't know. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. You like that? See anything new? So, let me just tell you. I got a whole bunch of notes. Yeah, I do my work. You know what I mean? I got 2 pages worth of notes. I don't play around. If I don't know something, that 100%, if I don't know everything, I have to get notes. It's what professionals do. And I am a professional. No matter what anybody tells you, don't listen to anybody about what I do here. So, they start off this episode talking about, oh, Demi, I've had these experiences about a year ago, and I just, I feel like I got to shout it out and let people know. I'm really curious as to what I saw and what I experienced, because I think I was abducted. This was based on them going to a location of an abduction event that happened, I believe it was 1953. I know it was March 3rd, but I didn't want to go backwards to see what year it was. I just knew it was in the early 50s. So they go to this location to skywatch there. They think after, 75 years, 65 years, they're going to go there because there was an abduction event in 53, and they think that's a hot place. Hey, you got to give them credit. They're going to a place. That's like me going up to where Travis Walton said he had his experience and thinking, oh, they're going to come back. They never come back. It's like lightning never strikes twice in the same place. It does. But it's so rare, it really isn't. So you might as well not even, count it. That's how rare it is. Same thing with UFO experiencers. Experiencers or experiences? Locations. That's what I meant to say. So they go out there, and I'm skipping over a lot of things, but they met with an abductee, Geraldine. Is that Geraldine Orozco? Is that her name? I don't know. I think it was. She's had several alien abductions for a long time. So much so, she's got alien hybrid children. Yep. Turn that down a little. Yeah, that's right. She doesn't just have 1 or 2 alien hybrids. She has 24! Without having sexual relationships with these aliens. Now, early on, she said, I guess she went to the doctor, and I forget, but there was something that happened to her down there. I don't know if it was ovarian cancer or something like that. I was trying to listen. Let's just put it that way. That was about the time the electricity went out. That's right. And I already had a microwave dinner cooking, which is still in the microwave. But anyway, she has 24 hybrid children. This Geraldine does. And it looks like you can see in Demi Lovato's eyes, like, me too. And she actually came out and said, I had something. See, they go to the doctor and they have something wrong down there. And then the doctor says, you're pregnant. And apparently this thing that happens to women who are abducted by aliens, they can get pregnant. It means they've been pregnant. No, it doesn't. It means that there has been a pregnancy. Well, either way, it shows you. I'm telling you, I was half in. I didn't have time to rewind. But it doesn't really matter. You know where I'm going. Anyway, this Geraldine Orozco starts, I don't know if that's her. I think that's her. But she starts whipping out these paintings and showing us the paintings of the aliens. And one of these paintings, she said, first of all, the aliens don't have hair like us. And she called this one alien a spaghetti head or something. The hair looked like spaghetti, fusilli. The corkscrew pasta type, like that. Yeah, it was just, just coming out of the scalp like fusilli. Because it's silly. You see? Who else would pick fusilli pasta? It's a joke on the community. Geraldine, you should be ashamed of yourself. I read into what your painting said, and you think that aliens are silly. You know it's silly, and that's why you gave that alien fusilli pasta head hair. Or that's what they look like. So she shows different pictures of the aliens. And, they got the big eyes and sort of grayish blue skin tone. Icy blue, real sexy. Like, if I wanted an alien to have different skin that was like alien skin, I'd like it to be these colors. Yeah, they were cool. And you know who else likes them in that color? Geraldine. It's a beautiful thing. See, I don't know why Demi Lovato did not videotape the orb. That bothers me. I can't get that out of my mind. How do you not take video of a 20-minute sighting? I just sat there and I watched it. I swear to God I did. I don't know. She was talking like this earlier. And now she's I don't know. She's all different. But not really. And what this show is trying to do is trying to glom on to the UFO topic that was so popular, which is why they were making this show. But I had to see if it was worth watching. And it's really just a casual observation. It's just Demi Lovato, her sister and her best friend, just meeting people with experiences or going to hot spots or whatever. That's it. There's really no scientific data that's going to be brought up. Laurie McDonald was the clinical regressionist, hypnotherapist, regression hypnotherapist. I guess she did okay. But I wanted to like her. I just saw somebody who wanted to believe Demi Lovato. Capiche? You believe Demi Lovato, you got a friend for life. But this isn't for me. It's for people who like Demi Lovato, people who are into the LGBTQ movement, whatever, and woke. There's nothing there for me to watch that I don't already know. And I could tell that's what it's going to be just from one episode because of the way this one was shot. It's not bad. It's not, but it's annoying. Demi Lovato has a laugh on her. It sounds like a hyena is choking on a bone. I'm not even joking. That's exactly what it sounds like. I can't do it because my throat's a little messed up, but it's pretty much no different than... It's kind of annoying like that. Capiche? Oh, it's a two capiche show. Ma! Meatballs, two capiche show. Let's go. Andre. So Demi Lovato was asked if she would like to do an alien regression hypnotherapy session. And she did. And it was just gorgeous. Yeah, she's so pretty. She is. I could watch that show. Her beautiful eyebrows. They're so big. They almost look painted on. I could look into those charcoal dead eyes. She's attractive. She's attractive. Not my speed. I know. I'm talking 25, 30 years ago. All right? But, what are you going to do? Her sister kind of looks like her. And the boyfriend, he's okay. You can tell he's really trying to act like he's excited. Like, oh, are you serious? Oh wait, maybe he's flamboyant. I didn't think of that. Yeah. But he's still overhyping it. I know the difference. But I won't watch it anymore. For me. But I'll watch it for you. So I'm going to watch episode 2. I think you can watch them all, right? Isn't it on Pluto TV? It's free. There's a lot of good stuff on Pluto. I used to watch it all the time, and then I got into sports and, I got away from it. But a lot of great stuff on there. They got the John Wick trilogy on there. I know. Well, they had to go for the male something on that channel. Actually, it's a really good platform, that Pluto TV. All right. I want to tell you what happened with Demi Lovato's hypnothetic regression alien thingy in a second here. And then we're going to go into alien implants. Take a vote. Do you think I believe in alien implants or I don't believe in alien implants? Just keep it to yourself. You don't have to thumbs up or anything. I didn't put a poll in the chat room. Huh? Should I? Just keep it to yourself. You don't have to thumbs up or anything. I didn't put a poll in the chat room. Did you guys hear that? That was the show. I don't have any browsers open. Isn't that weird? Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on. I'm putting a poll in there. All right, here we go. There's the poll. And we'll stop that and, I don't know, top of the hour. All right? All right. I'm just curious what you guys think. No? No good? You want me to take it out? Hey, where is it? Hey, Oklahoma, how you doing? See, now I don't see the poll on the StreamYard chat. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Huh. They was fast as lightning. I was a little bit done. Wait, what is it? A little not. Cows with Guns. Tim Frick. My daughter turned me on to Marvel. Lisa Marie. Earthly Awakenings, 82. Awesome. Tuggy Waffles. LOL. It was the ghost of Demi Lovato's childhood. On Salmo Pedroso. I miss Dr. Lear. You know, Dr. Lear. So do I. By the way, Dr. Lear is the one who did the alien implant removal. But he was a podiatrist. He wasn't even a surgeon, right? right? He was a foot doctor. He was like Dr. Scholes. Dr. Lear Scholes, please come to the emergency room. Dr. Lear Scholes. I think they're calling me. So Demi goes under. Now, you know, they put the thing on her head to check her brain waves. So her sister and best friend go in a back room and they see her brain waves. And they're all like, oh, that's Demi's brain? Seriously, that's what they said. That's her brain. We're looking at her brain. It's gorgeous. Demi, you're gorgeous. So every 2 seconds, you know, the guy's like, you are so pretty. You are gorgeous. I think you're a 10. You're a star, Demi. I mean, everything is like, Demi, you, yo. That's a nice friend. So this Laurie McDonald, this clinical hypnotherapist, regressive hypnotherapist for alien abductionists, asks Demi leading questions. In my opinion, they weren't bad, but she led her on. Sometimes you have to a little bit, but I felt every question was like, what was the aliens' messages? You know, it's like. So Demi Lovato says, they asked me if I want to come with them. And what was your response to the alien question? And Demi Lovato says, hell yeah, I want to go with yous. Yeah, aliens, boys. That's what she did. She said, hell yeah. That's what she did. Watch it. And what did you say? I said, hell yeah, I want to go with you aliens, yeah. And then she went back into her trance. It didn't seem like she was fully under, if you know what I'm saying, with a wink and a smile. She said she saw 3 beings, and they asked Demi, would you like to see our home planet? Guess what her response was? Hell yeah, I want to see your planet, cuz. So they showed her their planet, and Laurie McDonald goes to Demi, what did it look like? Yo, it was fly, yo. Like, we could see all sorts of pastel colors in there. I saw, like, purples and violets and things. And it was, like, pink over here and, like, pinky white over there. Hell yeah, I saw their planet, cuz. And then she went back into her trance. And then what happened next, Demi? Well, the next thing, it was like I was hovering over the earth, you know? I said, hell yeah, that's the earth. And I don't know why she was talking this way while she was under. It was weird. And then Laurie McDonald asks, what would the can you ask the aliens why they're here? Yeah, yo. They said that they're here to protect me from myself. From myself! What? From myself? I thought they was gonna say to protect the earth. But me? Protect me from me? Yeah, cuz. And then she goes back into her position. Why? Laurie McDonald asks, why do you see these aliens? Yo, because I sought them out. Yeah! I sought them out. I was looking for them because I was having issues, see? Yeah, cuz. What was their message to you? Laurie McDonald asks her. You're gonna learn more as you go. More as I go. I'm gonna keep learning and learning. Booyah! And one last thing, and then I'm going to bring you out of your yo-yo. It's cool, it's cool. What do they want to be called? Yo, they told me to call them my light doctors! Yeah, yeah, oh, forget about it. Why am I Italian, black? And then she goes back into her coffin position. Now, Demi, I am going to count backwards from 5. And when I get to 1, you are going to go back into today and you are going to remember everything we talked about. Yeah, 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 I'm down with that. 5, 4, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was fantastic. Oh my God, that was so good. I am energized. Guys! Oh, you saw me on the monitor? Isn't this great? Demi, you saw aliens. I know, I told you. Not only that, I got 24 kids. Huh? Nothing. So if you want to look into Demi Lovato's Unidentified, you can watch it for free on Pluto TV. I tell you, it was worth every second. Doesn't get any better than that. Doesn't get any better than that, cuz. Well, I don't know why she talked that way. It was weird. I think that's her. Isn't that her, what she identified as? It's what she identified as. That's okay. It's okay. We'll let it go. It's that type of night. I know. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Anyway, that's the Demi Lovato taking it to the streets on Unidentified with Demi Lovato. You know what we need? You know what we need? We need a little bit of crop circles song. Dude. Demi Lovato, everybody!
What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? Are they harbingers of world change?
Nope.
These secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields. The secrets in the fields. What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they?
What do they mean? What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they? What do they mean?
What do they mean?
What are they?
Are they harbingers of world change?
Yeah, that's what they are. They're harbingers of world change. $5 to orders to go. Thanks for the best song on YouTube. You got it. You got it. And for that, you get right there. Thank you, orders to go. A continuing supporter of Goof On. It's the only way Goof On stays alive. It is. It really is. Yeah, you see that? We got to get a song to go with this, huh? Yeah, none of them have songs. None of them have songs. Whoa! 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 Whoa. Oh, it's a new topic we're going to. That I forget. That's what that meant. What's that? Hey, Ian Burwell with a $3 nice super chat. Perfect song for your birthday. Say what? It's your birthday? It's his birthday. Ma! Birthday balls! Quick! My ma's gonna make you a dozen birthday balls. You're gonna love them. Never had anything like them. And with sauce, not gravy. Is Mr. Did he leave? This is for you. Now let's give you a birthday one. That's a little birthday-ish. Happy birthday to Ian Burwell. I'm going to guess how old you are. 98. 98? 95. 94? 93? 92. 90? 88. 74? 62. 9. 27. 33? 40. 1. You know you are. Thank you for the $3 super chat, too, by the way. A continuing supporter of GoofOn. Mucho gusto. Generoso to everybody. I don't know. Did Mr. Bridges leave? He didn't get mad at me, did he? Hey, Chuck Bam! Killer military satellites testing patterns. Huh? Yeah. Of course they are, I guess. I don't understand the context of that question or statement at this time. There's killer military satellites testing patterns. All the time. I wouldn't disagree with that at all. Chuck Bam, thank you very much. And this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Chuck Bam. There's something I'm trying to pull up. Where is it? This is very strange right now. I can't get rid of Chuck's. There we go. Yeah, happy birthday, Ian. Very cool. And I'm just a little confused right now, which isn't abnormal. So we're going to do this instead. Because, we care about you, Ian. Isn't abnormal. Something's going on. So we're going to do this instead. Why is my show doing that? All right, here you go. This is for you. Happy birthday. There we go. That's every birthday thing I could find at the moment. For you. From all of us to you. Each one of us knew it was your birthday. So we each got you a card. This one is from Denbub. This one's for me. This one is from Alien Girl. Oh, no, this one's from Alien Girl. That's right. She likes the pink. And then this one is from Denbub. Who? I'm confused. But anyway, everybody's here. Oh, this is Caleb's. Caleb's is right there. Elena's. She did one like this one up here. Very nice. Yep. Lisa Marie got you a cake. That's real. That'll be delivered tomorrow. Sorry it's a little late, but we just found out today. Samir Morris, you got, where are you? This one. Yeah, that was a good card you got. Mr. Big Feet, you got this one with the dog. Your dog is just beautiful, by the way. Tractor Basil has the one that says F-U. Yeah, because of Fun University. That's right. Yeah, it's a trick card, a joke card. That's what they call it. Very good, Tractor. That was funny. I got it, though. So everybody got your card. You can open all of these never, so I hope you enjoy them. Just take my word. Everybody here got you a card. So happy birthday to Ian Burwell. And thanks for the super chat. Not a bad day, huh? All these people remembering your birthday. It's gorgeous, beautiful, unbelievable. Only here on GoofOn. We do that for our listeners. You don't see Jimmy Church saying, happy birthday to the guy who bought my coffee, Mike Sporadico. Thanks, Mike. By the way, I'm drinking my coffee right now. You too can have a pound of coffee for $40. It's the Jimmy Lurch Church coffee. Stupid. I tried. So I want to let you guys know what you're about to watch is Dr. Lear. This is called the Alien Human Project. I believe Third Phase of Moon did it. Yeah. Well, alien implants are an interesting part of ufology because these implants, well, I've argued with a lot of people, as you can imagine, over the years who have claimed. There was a guy named, his name will come to me, Charn Parker. Used to come on the AZ UFO show every week. He was a friend of the show. And early on when I interviewed him as a guest, he said he had implants in his head. He had 3 total. One was in his scalp, and I forget what the other 2. I just remembered that one. And I said, hey, man, you know, you're not going to live forever. You're old now. You're 53, 55. That's how old I think he was at the time. I'm not sure. But he was older than me. I was only like 36. So he says, I don't want to get him removed. And I said, if you remove one, you still got 2, Rich. What if I remove it and something bad happens to me? Like, you know, a neurological disorder. I start twitching. And I said, if that happens, I'll give you $1 million. Something silly like that I couldn't do. Because I know it's all. And then we got into a discussion about what are they. I say, because every implant that I've seen, and I know you guys are going to go into the one implant, I think it's here in this video. There's one implant that supposedly had a signal coming from it. And then after a couple of minutes, whatever it was, the thing stopped transmitting and then disintegrated. I think what these things are, and I'll explain. Well, obviously I've got the mic. When we're young, we fall down an awful lot. You knew I was going to go there, Chuck. And I think that they're glass shards, sand particles, or whatever, got into your knee or your shin or your ass, and over time, you didn't take that little thing out. For some reason, it didn't get infected, and it stayed in your body, and because your skin is constantly moving, it changed over 30 years from, let's say, your ass to your back, your shoulder. It could have went the other way. I'm just saying, shoulder area. And now you go to the doctor and you're like, yeah, I just can't move it. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I pulled a muscle or snapped a tendon, and they find something in your shoulder. What do you mean? Because you can't reach it, but the doctor says when I push on it, it feels hard. We need to get that thing out of there. I'm afraid that could be a tumor. So they take an x-ray of it. They see it. And the doctor asks questions. Were you ever shot with a pellet gun in your back? No. Anybody ever break glass around you? Or no, doc. Because there's no entry. I don't see a hole. Now, this doctor isn't thinking the way you and I would think. Oh, well, this thing used to be in his ass because he fell down one day 30 years ago on the beach, and this piece of tiny thing traveled up its body. So that's why there's no entry wound. So they go in there and they say, I don't know what this is. Well, you know, doc, Let me explain something to you. I've been having dreams of alien. I don't know if it's dreams. I think I've been abducted. All right, Doc? We have patient-doctor confidentiality here, right? You can't tell anybody about this stuff. You don't even mention this to your wife. You hear me? If I hear your wife talking about this at the grocery store, I won't say a word. I won't say a word. I swear. I swear. What is it, Doc? I don't know. We'll have to get some tests done. Yeah, that's it. We'll get some tests. Doc, could that be one of them alien implantoids in my back there? Or... Now, Mr. Implant Guy goes on a podcast talking about an alien implant was pulled out of his shoulder blade when in fact it was a rock that he sat on when he was about 5 years old. So I think that's what happens with these alien implants. I think you get something in your shin, your knee, you don't tell mommy or daddy, and next thing you know, in 24 hours, the wound's closed over it. It's not hurting for whatever reason, maybe because we are stardust when you think about it. I mean, we're made of these elements. It would only make sense that an indigenous rock would not infect an indigenous human body, but it should, but it didn't. And nobody knows why. It stayed in your body for all these years and traveled. Seriously, I'm not even joking around. Oh, well, what about the metals and the things that are transmitting? I already talked about the transmission. I don't know. But I don't trust everybody in this field. All right? And let's face it, Dr. Lear was getting quite old at the time. Who knows if that thing that tested the signal on it wasn't a setup? Or, we could sell more of this documentary if there was a signal coming out of there. Oh, how much money? About 20 grand. Let's do it. Alien Human Project. Check it out. It's pretty good. Here we go.
A documentary that we worked on years ago with the famous Dr. Roger Lear in regards to alien implants. Well, we have some new information that we're going to be bringing to you over the next month in regards to people that still have yet to extract alien objects that are embedded within their bodies. Since Dr. Roger Lear's passing years ago, nobody in the field is extracting alien artifacts at this moment, but there might be new news. So we're giving you a big heads up on this documentary. 17 alien implants removed by Dr. Roger Lear. Now enjoy the Alien Human Project.
Now, what would you say is the most credible argument you've ever heard for abduction?
Well, the most credible argument that I've heard for abduction in the cases that we've done surgery on would be very hard to delineate, because when we set up our set of criteria and protocols, the individual must have some kind of a memory of being associated with the abduction phenomena. When Bob Bigelow or NIDS decided to take on this responsibility of doing the metallurgy, I had to do some studying so that I could just interpret what they had to say. And I started getting reports back, and the first report we got back was they were comparing. This was Los Alamos National Laboratory. Mm-hmm. They were comparing these to meteorite samples.
Wow.
Well, we know somebody didn't step on a meteorite or get one whacked through the back of his hand. It wouldn't.
So it has to come from outer space.
Had to come from outer space, and they're calling them meteorite samples. So that was rather mind-blowing. So that was the beginning of the scientific aspect. So I figured, well, if we're going to carry on with this, we better set up some scientific protocols and criteria for doing this kind of work. And then we formed our 501c3 nonprofit organization, ANS Research, and no charges were then ever made to any of the surgical candidates.
I see. Now, I know, because you've written a lot of books, clearly, most people must have heard about them. How many people ask you, can you inspect me and see if I have any alien implants inside my body? Do you get a lot of emails per day?
Well, I get a tremendous amount of emails, sometimes 3,500 a day.
Wow.
And yes, we have now instituted a methodology, a scientific methodology for looking at the possibilities of whether somebody might have an object in their body. and Steve and I both have equipment that we can go, for example, to a conference.
Let's say, tomorrow an alien revealed himself to the general public. How would you say people would react? Would there be mayhem and riots, or how would it go?
Well, if the alien presence were known suddenly, one day, for example, I always like to use the example of a huge multi-football field alien craft landing on a busy freeway during rush hour. Would there be a panic? The answer is yes, there would be a panic, because people would be on their cell phones calling Caltrans to see how long they were going to have to sit there before that thing got out of the way so they could go back to get home to watch the Lakers game. But see, it just indicates the quality of life that we have here in the United States. Probably the least important thing of an individual who lives in the United States, at least, is extraterrestrial beings. As long as it doesn't interfere with you personally, then it could be fine, or it could be not fine, or who cares? But because that relationship has been made fun of for so many years, well, we don't even take it, the common person doesn't even take it seriously. So the world is changing, and the world has got to finally know the truth. Government sources and private industry has taken over most of the knowledge of, the extraterrestrial presence.
Yeah. I guess, do you have any good guesses as to why aliens would contact us? What makes us stand out that aliens would want to put their implants inside of us?
Well, I think in order to understand what the alien approach is to human life on Earth, we have to have a good understanding of our history, which we don't, and which nobody seems to care about except a few. But if you go back and you look at ancient history, and you look at ancient paintings and wood carvings and so on, even liturgical paintings with Jesus, you're going to look up and you're going to see a typical saucer UFO craft flying around, even back in those days. So, we don't know where we came from. We've been looking for the missing link for year after year after year. Where's the missing link? If we look at the writings of Zachariah Sitchin, the late Zachariah Sitchin just passed away, and he wrote a set of books called The Earth Chronicles. And he says that 435,000 years ago, from another planet in our solar system called Nibiru, the group or race of individuals called the Anunnaki came here, and their head geneticist, whose name was Enki, manipulated what was already here into human beings.
Wow.
So,
wow, we just absorbed a lot, didn't we? Yeah, a lot of content in the chat room too. Dorothy said that her son had I think it was a pebble or something in his arm, and then it came out of the elbow or something. It travels. Things in your body will travel. Now, I don't really buy into the philosophy that aliens are implanting us, and it does make sense. But it doesn't mean it's not happening. Don't listen to me. Do your own research. Well, I've done it. John Lear's done it here. He's actually one of the few people, I think, ever to remove implants that I know that has been a public figure. I don't see anybody else doing alien implant removals. As soon as that happens, Jeremy Corbell will be right on top of that. He'll have patient 18. Yeah, he'll ruin another story. But that is, though, patient 17. Isn't that the one where there was the signal coming out of the implant that was in this guy? I don't know what to believe. If that's real, I don't think aliens would have something that would look like human technology. I think it's probably us. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are starting to believe, except for the experiencers, that, well, let me finish. that it's the government working with aliens. So not only will you see aliens, a lot of abductees have also seen military personnel, like, standing in the back watching, which is weird. If there's some sort of operation going on in an alien operation room, I guess their air is so clean that you don't have to worry about wearing masks or even being in the room with your suit on and your hat. But do they track us with these little things? I don't know, man. My thing is, a lot of these things that are inside of people, and if you're into the subject and you are having experiences with an alien, it's hard to dismiss that it could be alien implants. Now, let's stay with that for a second and imagine that it is. Isn't it possible that there's a technology that we have that could make you think you're seeing something that you're not? What if we just, instead of wearing masks, have this technology where the mask, I don't know, it's put up digitally somehow? It's weird, right? That would be incredible. I'm just trying to think, what makes the most sense? Aliens are tagging humans, or it's aliens and humans working together tagging humans for alien experimentation, extraction of fetuses and or sperm, eggs being removed. How many times have we heard this from experiencers? So to tag somebody, you're exposing the technology now. You are now giving that human evidence. And that's something that never happens in an alien abduction event. Nobody comes home with an alien ray gun, for lack of a better term. So to actually put something inside of us is incredibly ballsy. Here's what you should be doing. If anybody out there thinks they were abducted, get something. I don't know what you would use, but something that maybe that can detect signals, like an REF thing. What is that meter that they use? Yeah, you can get one of those Mel meters. Right? They can check for signals. If there's a signal, like it turns from green, yellow to red. It's pretty wild thing to think about. Alien implants. But who's doing them now? Nobody.
If we don't understand
Who's
the
removing
history of where we came from in the first place, how can we possibly understand the present or the future of where we're going with all this?
So, can you tell me a bit about yourself and your role within this program?
Yeah, my name's Steve Colburn. I'm a materials scientist. I was educated at UCLA, and I work in Camarillo, just a few blocks from where Dr. Lear works. And after we met, we decided to have a collaboration on analyzing these objects more thoroughly. A lot of the objects that he'd removed had not been analyzed adequately, so I have done a lot of microscopy and elemental analysis on these objects and come up with some interesting findings. One thing we found out is that the devices are definitely nanotechnological devices. They're not just simply metallic objects that somehow got into the body. They contain carbon nanotube electronics, and carbon nanotubes are the field I'm working in my regular job. And they give off radio signals, and They have odd nanostructures in them made of carbon nanotubes. Carbon nanotube electronics are a hot topic in material science today, by the way, and there's many amazing properties about them. The aliens have apparently perfected the technology to use carbon nanotubes in these devices. And there are proprioceptor nerves that go into these the tissue capsule or gray membrane around these devices. And one of the most fascinating findings was that that these devices contain many of them contain meteoric iron from the judging from the trace element pattern of gallium, germanium, precious metals like iridium and platinum. And iridium is not found on Earth in any great amounts. And we did the isotopic analysis of various elements from the metallic cores of several of these devices and found out that they were made from off-planet material, extraterrestrial material. There's a certain pattern of isotopes for each element on Earth, and if that pattern is varying by more than 1% or so, then it's a conclusion can be drawn that the material came from off-planet. And some of the isotopic ratios and the elements in these devices are extremely skewed compared to quite unlike the isotopic ratios of elements on Earth. In fact, Dr. Kuntz, our colleague who's also involved in the research, concluded that they probably came from somewhere else in the galaxy. They don't even seem to be from our solar system. These devices have carbon nanotube networks inside the metal. So they're obviously manufactured devices, and they seem to be well beyond the technology of civilian science.
That really is amazing. So this guy's saying this stuff comes from another planet. I don't even know what to say to that, because I wouldn't even know how to test it. What do you put on there? A spectrometer of some sort of thing, and they check the isotopes and all the elements that are found in it, however they do it. But we're taking his word for it. Nope, we're not. We're taking the word of actual science, that we have to trust the word of a guy who did the test, who may have an agenda. See, that's what bothers me about the UFO community, the world that we live in. People always have an agenda. So I wish there was 2 or 3 other people testing this stuff out. And maybe there was, and I, just don't have it today, but I would be happy with that. That right there tells me everything I need to know, if it's true. Pretty cool.
So it's not possible that this something like the nanotubes could it be made through nature? It has to be manufactured.
No, they were discovered in 1991 in Western science. The Russians discovered them perhaps 10 years before that, but they're not known to be found in nature, and certainly not in meteorites.
So there's no way that it could be faked, really?
No, I don't think so. Some people have argued that these devices could be made by black government projects, but I think that the fact that they contain extraterrestrial material argues strongly against that.
So what you're saying that it was discovered in 1991, right? The nanotubes?
Yeah, and many of these objects date from well before the discovery of carbon nanotubes in science on Earth. These people reported that these objects were put in 30, 40 years before a lot of times.
So when you say nanotubes, do you mean that these things could be used to store information, perhaps?
Yeah, they can be made into electronic networks. Carbon nanotubes are let me give you a little bit of background. Graphite is a hexagonal array of carbon atoms, and these layers are stacked. If you take one of these layers, one of these hexagonal arrays of carbon atoms, and roll it up into a tube, that's a carbon nanotube. And there's various types of carbon nanotubes with different numbers of walls. Single wall are the most studied right now, and these contain single wall carbon nanotubes.
Looks like beef jerky.
Single wall carbon nanotubes are often less than a nanometer in diameter. These are small diameter single wall carbon nanotubes that are in these devices.
Looks like a
and
Slim
those
Jim.
can be used as electronics because there are metallic and semiconducting single wall carbon nanotubes.
So you're saying this is very tightly stacked, and if you took out if you laid it end to end, it would definitely be a lot larger than it would. So all this information is tightly stored together, compacted?
Yeah, I would think so, yeah. The total length of the carbon nanotubes in one of these things might be several miles. I haven't figured it out, but it's got to be a lot.
So the technology used to compact that much information so tightly seems to be pretty futuristic.
Definitely. I don't understand how the metal could actually be put around the carbon nanotubes without destroying the nanotubes, because the melting point of these metals is like 1500 degrees Celsius, and if you poured molten metal over the carbon nanotubes, it would just destroy them or convert them to metal carbides.
So would it be possible to say that the information required to make one of these carbon nanotubes isn't readily available on Earth? It must have come from somewhere else?
We can make carbon nanotubes, but to make a 3D intricate composite like this with carbon nanotube electronics inside the metal, that's well beyond our technology at this point. We've speculated that they might be physiological monitoring devices or listening devices.
Wait, that's beyond the technology he has access to. But what about our government that, if they're working with aliens, they have access to this stuff? Or maybe, advanced technology that won't be out into the public for another 30 years. This was back from 91, he said, right? What is that thing on top of it? Is this a water droplet? It looks like a hexagon type of shape there. I'm not sure what that is.
They're definitely relaying information about the subject to the aliens through radio signals. They're not always transmitting, so...
Have you noticed actual radio signals emitting from it?
We've detected radio signals coming from them, and in two of my reports we outlined some of the frequencies that they give off. The last two devices we detected radio signals from.
All right, now that we've heard him speak, I just wanted to tell you his body language is all off the charts. Very deceptive. He is so unsure about his own conclusions. All you have to do is watch what he just said here. I'll yell it out when it happens. The last thing he just said, he doesn't believe himself.
We outlined some of the frequencies that they give off. The last two devices we detected radio signals from.
He had to get more comfortable because he's saying something he's not comfortable with. So that's the side-to-side movement. Look, he keeps his eyes closed. Look how long he keeps them closed. I'm joking.
Are they common radio signals that are found on Earth?
Some of them are aeronautical and satellite communication frequencies, but there's also a very high frequency microwave discharges as well.
So could it be possibly dangerous to have a lot of microwaves emitting from inside a person?
I wouldn't say it's a lot of microwaves. We've only detected perhaps milliwatt levels of power, but it's hard to say. There's been no ill effects noted from anybody having these devices inside them.
What about after the surgery?
In fact, they don't have any rejection or immune response by the body.
So that it's possible to not even notice these tiny things in your body?
Yeah, most people don't notice them at all.
So would it be fair to say
that on an X-ray?
Would it be fair to say that there might be a lot of those in a lot of different type of people?
Oh, that's very safe to say.
Wow.
Why would there be a lot of them? Unless they're putting them on different parts of your body. Because that Charn Parker said he had 3 of them. I'm wondering if they're checking the brain, the one that was in his skull. They might have one on the chest. Maybe it checks the heart. And then maybe one down the reproductive organs, to check the veracity. Huh? I don't know. To check the plumpness. I don't know. Hey, what is this? Wow. Firefighter PJ, $5. If you could cross the universe at faster than light speeds, travel through wormholes, defy space and time, do you really think they would need to track us exactly? Well, now, thank you for the $5 super chat, Firefighter PJ. Let me explain why I think yeah. But let me give you one of these. I'm just doing a quick one because we're, Thank you very much. I'm done doing the same box for $5. I'm just going to throw out whichever one I want. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. All right. So, do we really think they need to track us? I'm going to go to my theory that everybody is tracked by aliens. And if everybody's tracked by aliens, that's a full-time job. And, 7 billion people plus. And if they're all tracked, I would think maybe not everybody's tracked. See, I think that the aliens have a super detailed chart from the origins of where we all come from. Like if I followed the alien tree for me, there could be, all these different people for thousands of years that lead up to me. And maybe I'm not the type of person that has a huge family tree. So maybe I'm the only one who's implanted with something. No, my mom and dad would have to be too. Yeah, I would think everybody is. Everybody is. Okay, I'll tell you why again. Another thing. What if one of their subjects dies? They would want to know about that. How'd they die? Did they get a bullet to the head? Huh? Or did they die from a heart attack? Could they have saved that person? Are they controlling certain people to live out certain things? I doubt that. Trying to keep us alive to accomplish something? No, I don't know, man. If I believe that the aliens were tracking, I believe they're tracking everybody. That's why there's hundreds. How many? I think it's something like this lady said 200 million people have been abducted on the planet. Not just here in the United States. That would be almost everybody, or 2/3. But 200 million people? That's a pretty big... so I think everybody... I only think maybe a certain percentage of people remember. Because the brain is very complex. And for them to put us in a dreamlike state, sleep paralysis... And why they need to track us? I guess to track what we do. Maybe I think they just see how everybody reacts in different situations. I think it's fun for them. I don't think they're doing much. They might be changing our DNA. I just learned today that certain blood types, and there's 4 of them, then if you add the negative, there's really 8 different blood types. That certain blood types, if a woman got pregnant by a certain blood type that she isn't, it would be aborted. Miscarriage or something. Alien Addict's mom had 8 miscarriages until he was born. But if she was having 8 miscarriages by the same guy, and then he was born, why, if the same blood was denying the other 8 until he was born? That doesn't make sense. I don't know. I'm going to look into it. But I think the aliens also... I don't think they care about us, but I think it... See, we put the human element into it. How do humans think aliens are thinking? So we only have our life experiences to go by. We don't know what aliens are thinking. We can only speculate upon what actions they're taking towards humans. They're taking us out of our cars. They're taking us when we're sleeping. We have missing time. Some people are taken while they're at work. So they're literally abducting us against our will. And I would think they would, even though they can fly or travel all the way across great distances. Let me tell you something. 100 years ago, if we accidentally found technology that can take us from this planet to another in a blink of an eye, does that make the person who found that technology the best example of what humans are? We could be looking at alien hillbillies coming on over. And no offense to hillbillies, but I'm just using a stereotype that's very easily to relate to in terms of, well, would you have a lawyer or a doctor or somebody who's very smart, scientist? Would you like them to be talking to the aliens, or you want Jim Joe Bob, who lives under a tree? Hey, I'm choosing the scientist guy over Jim Joe Bob. Jim Joe Bob might be a very nice guy, very funny, probably pretty talented guy, but doesn't know physics, doesn't know a lot to do with space and time and all that stuff. Capiche? Oh boy. Oh boy.
The frequencies that we've been able to gain some knowledge of.
Frequencies?
From classified information is that they are deep space, fixed or mobile deep space frequencies. And that presents quite a conundrum because what advanced civilization would be using a radio wave to begin with?
So do you think it'd be possible that the government could know about these nanotube technologies?
I think they know about them. I don't think they can reproduce it as yet, but it's anybody's guess how much technology the Black Project community has.
Right! John Lear just said it! Why would an alien technology be using radio waves? I'll tell you why. Because they're working hand in hand with man, human. Yeah, you know Hugh. Everybody knows Hugh. Well, this is a good part of the video, so we'll finish this part out.
Some of their stuff is reverse engineered alien technology, reportedly.
So would it be possible to take this apart and perhaps learn the secrets of what's inside it, and perhaps use it for our own technology?
That's what we'd like to do at some point. We'd like to take one of these devices and mount it vertically on a scanning electron microscope mount, and take an elemental map, one layer of the object, then etch away a layer with a beam of fast atoms, and then do the next layer and get a three-dimensional structure of the object that way.
How strong is the object? Is it easy to break?
This one, I don't know. I haven't tried to cut it yet. Most of them are fairly easy to break. I've cut 4 so far, and 3 of them are fairly easy to break. One was immensely strong and could not be cut at all. With even diamond tools wouldn't scratch it. It appeared to be some kind of highly advanced iron metal matrix composite with carbon nanotubes.
You mentioned there was a sort of biological capsule that surrounded it. Would that be used to protect it, to prevent it breakage?
No, I don't think it's to protect it. I think it's to organize the neural input to the device somehow.
Is that if we were able to back engineer some of the technology that we have in these devices, we could prevent, for example, inflammatory processes and rejection. In other words, if we could make something similar, you could wrap a heart, a kidney, a screw, a pin, or whatever, and instill it into the human body, and the person would not have to take any anti-rejection medication for the rest of their life. 3 young children, about 9 or 10 years of age, who lived in Tennessee. And they decided to go out on a little local camping trip. So not too many blocks away, it was kind of like an empty field and so on. So they packed their primitive sort of gear, which was blankets and things of that nature, and things to cook over a fire, marshmallows and so on. And they went out, and they didn't even have a tent. They used sticks. They gathered sticks and they put the blanket over the sticks to act as a tent. And they roasted their marshmallows and told jokes and so on. Well, at about 3 o'clock in the morning, they noticed that there was a very bright star up ahead, above them. And the three of them all concentrated on this star because it was so bright. And the three of them watched as this star descended closer and closer and closer. And as it got closer, they saw that it was a craft. The next thing that happened was that when the craft was about 50 feet over their heads, a beam of bluish-white light in a cone came down over the three of them, and they began to levitate up in this cone of light. Now, if someone had done that to me at my age, I'd have a little bit of trepidation because, if you're going up in a cone of light, I mean, the first thing that would come to my mind would be the fear of falling back down. Yeah. There's nothing holding you. But they had the absolute opposite feeling. Oh, wow, this is fun. We're having fun. We're going up in this light. So they get up into the craft, and then they're in a round room that kind of looks like a hangar. And there are typical bumper sticker gray beings that are there. And so they say, what's happening? Man, what's going on? I said, have no fear. You're going to be returned. You'll be fine. We're just going to take a look at you folks for a few minutes and so on. But their fear was in being separated. Greater fear for each other than for each as an individual. Then when they finally were separated, they were taken down different corridors that went off this room. And under hypnotic regression is when they described what they saw off the corridors, which were rooms that looked like hospital rooms. And the one that we went through most of the hypnotic regression was placed in a room, unclothed, and placed on a table that he couldn't tell whether it was jutting out of the wall or whether it was on a pedestal.
So there. So they said that it looked like they were in a hospital. Wow, no way. Really? You mean you weren't in a beautiful pastel-colored hospital room that looked futuristic? They looked just like what we have here on Earth? That's amazing. Yeah. And I like it. They use the old Star Trek beds. In Star Trek, they jettison out of the wall, the beds, right? Of course. It's all subliminal. I don't know. I have a very hard problem with alien abductions because there's the lack of evidence. This would be the only thing that would prove, not beyond the shadow of a doubt, but it would prove that something's going on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What? You gotta go this way? There she is. The beautiful, the most awesome person ufology now has. Jeremy Corbell. Demi Corbell. Jeremy Lovato. Demi Lovato. That's what it is. I don't know why Jeremy Corbell's name fit right in there. She's going to break the case wide open. John Lear tried. But I don't know, man. I've had alien dreams. Just dreams, though. Where if I had to swear to God or in a court of law, I would say some of them weren't dreams. But I can't say that. I just can't. Because the reality of it is, it feels like reality, but it also is so unbelievably amazing, it can't be real. But I know in my experiences, when I had those dreams of seeing the UFOs in the backyard during a thunderstorm, and when that big craft, 30 to 40 feet, came over and it tilted up on its side at an angle and crept up to me, and I was able to put my hand on it, and you could feel it, but you can't, but it vibrated such that it felt like almost like a vibrating Tempur-Pedic bed. It's like your hand literally sank into it for a second, and when you moved it, it was like you were in water, like jelly kind of water, because of the vibrating. Because of the vibrating. Because of the vibrating. It is weird. I'm telling you, that dream was so... Why would I have a dream like that? Oh my God. So, look, there's a reason we're here. There's a reason I'm here. There's a reason I'm talking the way I talk. I feel that I think you two, because I see you guys in the chat room all the time, that you basically have a grasp on reality, but you're like me. You want it to be real, that you don't dismiss it altogether. And I think that's healthy. I think it's healthy to be skeptical and ask questions, but I think it's unhealthy to dismiss everything altogether. However, things that have been proven, like flat Earth, that is not true. Flat Earth is not proven by any means. So you can't say that's really happening. Bigfoot, that's a tough one, but we don't have a specimen. People are seeing them, so they must be real. And the reason people are going out on a limb and saying Bigfoot may be this ultra-dimensional, interdimensional, supernatural type of being is because it fills in the blanks. And I'll never forget, and I'll say this every now and then, that if we saw technology that is that far advanced, we would think it would be magic, because we don't know how it works. And we're seeing things that shouldn't be. You ever see that show on TV? The guy who does the Carbonaro effect. He does things. He's a magician, and he does things in public. Like he'll be the cashier at a just a dollar store or something, right? Or a hardware store, or at a car wash, wherever. He wears a disguise. It looks pretty good. And this one thing, it was called the IntelliFridge. And this just shows you how the mind works. This one guy walks in, and they're talking, and he's checking them out, and he goes, "Have you seen the IntelliFridge?" And the guy goes, "No." And he goes, "Oh, you got to see this. This is something that the government doesn't, I don't know, I don't remember how he said it, but they may not be using it, or it's the newest type of technology. But anyway, you press the button and tell it what you want." And he said to the guy, "Pick anything you want on the list." So he picked, of course, there's a list of stuff to pick from. But I actually think he told the guy to pick what you want, and he said beer and milk and something else and something else. Oh, cabbage or something. And what's his name punches it in, and then he opens up the door, and there they are, the things that he wanted. The beer, the milk, the cabbage, and whatever else was there. And the guy goes, wait, was that in there? And he goes, "No, you chose what you wanted." And he goes, "Wait, how?" And he couldn't process it. But there it is. He believed it because it showed up in front of him. Little did he know it was a magic trick. That's what I'm saying. And because it was proven to him in front of him, he believed it. Doesn't mean it was real. That's the kind of experience, I think, that's the way it's supposed to be. And I think it would be impossible to prove whether implants, aliens, UFOs. We know UFOs exist, but we don't know who's driving them. I don't see how that is ever going to happen through... See, I'm so surprised at this whole thing. This whole UFO world. I'm surprised. It seems like in the past, these UFOs came down to people. Like the city. Like they just came down in a, Ezekiel, you've heard the wheel and the wheel is on fire and all that shit, smoke and fire, and it came down and walked off the ship. Flying dragons. You've seen the picture with all the black and white orbs, and it's pretty amazing. Cigar-shaped craft. You see the one painting where the disc, it looks like almost like a sports model shooting 3 beams out of it down to the guy and his dog. And the guy's going like this. He's pointing up at it and the dog's looking up. And the beam's coming right down, just like Rendlesham Forest. There's a beam coming right out of it. This is weird. You know the audio. Something is happening. Are implants happening? I don't know. I think we just got a PayPal thing. Let's take a... Nope. Discord. Somebody's in Discord. You guys still using that? I don't know how much longer Discord's going to be around, so... I'm not sure. It was a good idea at one time. But then, Wreaking Havoc happened. And Uncle Fester. And then nobody was around. Everybody just went somewhere else. You guys are weird. So weird. What's that? Oh, I feel it. Do you feel it? Whoa. Oh, we're going to another topic. What could it be? Whew. Twitter? We don't have any Twitter. We do? Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, that was from yesterday? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow, guys, gals, is October 1st. And we are going to be doing the GYPSEY Jeweler giveaway. And we've got some really good things to go to for tomorrow. Phenomenal. Check it out. So we've got the glow-in-the-dark goof on. That's cool. I've got, what else we got? That was the first one. Here's the next one. And we've got this. Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. I love this. Oh, man. I haven't seen it up close like that. That's cool. Tina Mobley. Oh, I see. Wow, that is... Look how thick it is. That's so cool. It's inside. Oh, wow. Wicked. In this last picture. Oh, is this... Wait, what is this? Hold on. Let me get into email. She explains it. Amethyst and turquoise argonaut. I want to believe. Pop socket. Oh, it is for your phone. You put it on the back of the phone. We're going to only have one lucky winner. That goes on the back of the phone. You put your... I love that. Goof on glows in the dark. Just the one item. tomorrow. And that's it. What? Let's go through those pictures one more time. That is unreal. So that's the side view, right? And here it is again, close up. Just this part glows in the dark. That's cool. Oh, Tina, you outdid yourself. This is so cool. And there it is. Oh my God, I love that. I like it. That is nifty. And then there it is. Not bad. So we'll be giving away that tomorrow. The $5 entry, but don't you think that'd be worth it? It's now, if you live in another part of the country, the world, other than the US, you're going to have to pay for shipping. So think about it. I don't know, maybe half. Maybe I'll pay for half of the shipping and you pay for half. We'll figure it out. We'll make it worth your while. But that'll be tomorrow. We'll do that at the top of the second hour. So 1 hour into the show, we'll do the giveaway. We usually do it at about an hour and a half in. All right, Matt, we'll do that. At an hour and a half into the show, we'll do that. Yeah, that'll be cool. I like the glow-in-the-dark thing. I don't know. I've always loved glow-in-the-dark stuff. Who hasn't? Tina, good job. And then, yeah, there it is. Hold on, I like this. Let's just do one more time. So this will be it for tomorrow. I want to believe. Goof on. It glows in the dark. Thank you very much, Sly. That's fantastic. I can't wait to get one of my own. And the link to Gypsy Jewelers is in every description of the show, of all the shows. It's all the way at the bottom. So go check it out. If you want to go check out our store, it's Gypsy Jewelers, Tina Mobley. Tomorrow we'll be doing that giveaway raffle thing. I'm excited. All right. So there's a few tweets that have been out there. I'm going to start with this one. This comes from Summoning the Shift. What? What do you mean? I didn't feel it. Oh, whoa! Oh, all right. No! Whoa. Man, that one whipped me around. It hurt my neck. So this first tweet is from Summoning the Shift. And it says, disclosure has so far omitted clear evidence of ancient civilization on Mars. It's sad, he says, and a testament to a chosen narrative to stick to. There are literally monoliths on Mars and Phobos as we run in circles about UFOs. This picture isn't right. What is this picture of? Let me see if there's... It doesn't exist. It's been removed. I don't know what it was. But he took it down. That's just like Summoning the Shift. That person has like 2 personalities for sure. I've got 8. I've got 13 kids though. Right? 13 kids who are starving, by the way. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay, guys. I'll get you food. This one comes from UFOs and Aliens, UAP. And let's see what this one is. Oh, it's a picture of it. I don't know why I did that. I think I did that for myself. It was a picture of a UFO from a long time ago. It didn't look good. Here, okay, Anjali. Hey, Ma? Anjali speaking. Keep it down. Meatballs. Anjali says, please forgive any unfinished conversations from last week. I've been unwell, but now on the mend after amazing doctors and nurses gave me much needed IV meds last evening that made a tremendous difference in course of illness recovery. Yeah. Yeah. So, thank God. I'm so glad. Anjali got more followers in 2 months than I did in 2 years. How do you think I feel? Over bullshit. Over bullshit. We give the truth. We entertain. We show videos. We analyze UFO videos and people and body language. We go out and do work out in the open, boots on the ground. We go to other states. We go to meet people. We make documentaries and videos and TikTok and all this other stuff. And yet she makes one freaking video with one claim and she's already got 5 times the followers. How does that happen? How do you think it makes me feel? Jealous? No, not jealous. Angry. Angry that bullshit prevailed again. And what do? We beat our heads against the wall constantly for this topic, for you. Constantly. And yet, we got shitty numbers tonight. We should be at 150. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm too truthful and too robust in the way I speak. It makes no sense. But Anjali, she can just go out there. Wilcock can give you the biggest bullshit story. And you go to them by the thousands. Do you see why I hate this field so much? I love it so much. I hate it. I hate that I'm in it. And I'm always looking for a way out because I don't think that we get the respect we should get. I don't think we get the support that we should be getting. Thank you all for being here. But I don't understand what else I could do. I really don't. And I looked at, and so did Third Phase, we look at what GUFON's been doing over the past year. Other than them, nobody's working harder for ufology than we are. But yet, for some reason, we just can't get the followers. Yeah, we are, you know what, I'm not going to mention it, by YouTube. But that shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter. It's embarrassing what's happening in this field. It's embarrassing. I don't know how much longer I am going to do this. I really don't. I understood when Dave Scott said 2 weeks ago or so that he's not going to be talking about UFOs anymore. I got it when he said that. How much more work can I put in to not get any bigger? We were doing well, but I think we are the shadow. I had to say it so you understand. We are that. But then we have people that say they're our friends who stab us in the back. Right? And because they're new in the field, maybe nobody knows them that well, they leave here to go there. And maybe it's my fault. I don't know what else I can do. I am not going to kiss anybody's ass. I am always going to be who I am in front of this camera, out in public, anywhere. I'm me. And maybe people don't like it. I'm not asking for anybody to, oh, Rich, we love you. No, it's not about that. I know you do. I know anybody listening now is on board. I get it. I get it. So what if I have a very strong opinion and don't like the way people go from wearing regular clothes to shirt and tie after being in front of the camera for 6 months? How do you do that? It's so fake. It's embarrassing. But that's what you want? I guess that's what you want. I'm not going to get a lot of guests. So if you want me to interview people, it'll happen the way it's been happening, randomly, whenever I'm around to it. I'll go on other shows. Today I was on Alien Addict. Saturday I'm going to be on UFO Men, 10 Eastern. 10 p.m. Eastern, Saturday. This show will be on at 3 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, for the UK. We even switched things up to make the UK happy. Doesn't matter. We should have 200 people in this show every night. I'm not bitching. I'm very happy. But I think I've been spoiled. And YouTube did that. And they're taking it away. So, it is what it is, right? We'll just keep trucking along until I can't truck no more. I'm seeing a finish line here for me. Makes me sad. Something's got to change. Well, thank you guys for supporting Goof On. At least you get it. Super chatters and moderators, thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart. I mean, you have no idea. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But this field is not easy. You make it easier for me. Thank you very much for your support and the help. And veterans and whatever newcomers are here, thank you for giving the show a chance. If you like it, come back another night. Subscribe, thumbs up, share it. You know the drill. I'm Rich Giordano from Goof On, for Goof On, We'll be back tomorrow, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Because Truthology, this is what Goof On is. Truthology for ufology. How else, what else, and there's no better way to end a show. We're Truthology for ufology. Should be rewarded for that, not punished. See you tomorrow.
Shadow and terrified of dear Uncle Gustav. Yes, I am. Well, I'm not. I don't care if he does find me gone. The cult